So, we're here in Birmingham, we're talking about Christmas karma, but I want to say that I am just thrilled to be with the legend, Mr. Mohammed Ayub, who was there with me when I first started my career here in Birmingham. Not a lot of people I can say that about. But do you remember that time in WM?
I remember when we were very young. You had just left college and joined us as correspondents.
I was in the newsroom.
In the newsroom, yeah.
And you were doing this show on WM
East
with...
and West with Anita Bala.
East and West, that's right, with Anita Bala, yes.
They've been doing it since 1971.
71, my God.
I started the first one for
Yeah.
any local radio station for the BBC on 4th July 1971.
Wow. But I was like this cub reporter, and I remember meeting you both. Was it Thursday night you had your show?
We had 3 nights.
3 nights, that's right, yes, yes. So I can't remember that very clearly. What do you remember about me? And did you ever think that I was going to end up making films?
Well, I never thought that you would be doing films because you have made great strides and you are now a legend. I think.
Oh, bless you,
the
bless
first Asian woman who went to Hollywood and made a great name. You are an iconic figure in the Asian community, for the women especially. You have always fought for women power.
Oh, thank you so much. But
And
you know
are
what?
still the same bubbly and funny and simple.
Bubbly and funny, that's what I was.
And that same fame has gone to your head.
No, it can't go. Why should it go to your head? We're the same.
I think it's 40 years nearly. When
Is
we
it,
started.
it's the 80s. It was the 1986, 87.
So it's nearly 40 years, nearly 40 years. But last time we met was 4 years ago at my home.
We did. I came to your house.
Yeah,
Your house.
time.
Yeah. So one of the things that was super important to me, and why it was so fantastic to meet you, was because of your store, Oriental Star. I mean, that was like a treasure trove, right?
That's right.
And you were there. I mean, that store was much older, obviously, than from when I came to Birmingham. What year did you open that?
1966.
1966.
That
Look
was
at
the
that.
first music shop in this country.
Really? It was the first one, because we used to go to Vidney's in Southall, right?
They all used to buy records from us.
Did they?
We were the distributors for the Asian music throughout the UK and Europe even.
Well, I remember going into that shop and just being mesmerised,
That's right.
because my dad used to love old songs, right? Biju Bawra, all the Muhammad Rafi classics, Kishore Kumar, Talat Mahmood, all that. And you had like all these albums. But at the same time, what was amazing to me was you were at the cusp of the whole, what we call the whole Bhangra movement in the 80s, right?
Well, I was lucky enough to start the Star label in 1969 with Bhujangi Group.
Yes, Bujungis, that's Kuljit Bamra, right?
Yeah, Bhujangi, and then I Sangeet Party, मेरे दोस्त कर दिया मैंने मेरी कोशिश होगी कहीं फिर
Yeah, who was that? Who sang that?
Badnaam.
Okay, yeah, that was
And
a
it was
bit rude, those lyrics, but...
It was remixed by Saki Group,
Okay.
if you remember.
Yeah, I don't remember that. That
Yeah.
was a bit before my time, but...
No, the 80s they were remixed.
But I think what I remember seeing a LARP in Hounslow Civic Centre in around that time, before I came to Birmingham, I remember that. But what I remember is like you were at the forefront of Malki Singh, you know, Golden Star, right?
Malki Singh came to us in 1987,
Yeah,
came from India
yeah.
and didn't have any records or any music recordings. So the first recording we did was a traditional recording, Gurinder Chadda, I think.
That's
which
right.
was used later on in That is like Beckham.
Yes,
And
yes.
that was an iconic recording, really. And it was done at Zara Studio in Birmingham.
Right.
And Boston. They did Nusrat Fateh Khan and other artists, Ghulam and
Yes.
Al-Ruha, Shokari, etc. All big artists we recorded there.
Also Bali Sagoo.
Valley Sabu was at Coventry, Kevin Studio.
Yes. So
Yeah.
Bali was, I remember this because I'm very close to Bali. and Bali came to you and asked you for all of Malkit's songs.
Actually, Bali and his father we were working together in 1960.
Oh yes, his father had a
65,
yeah.
Sam Sagu.
Yes,
and
Sam Sagu.
Bali was 1 year old then.
Right.
We used to go to her home and sit together. He was a musician, his father. Had a group called Musafirs. The first group who ever made records, 70 records at least.
Right.
They were film tunes. And we used to sit together and enjoy music because they used to play on small...
Yeah, I've seen pictures of them. They're like the Beatles or something, aren't they? They look like
I
that.
bought the first harmonica.
Okay, wow.
And Bali used to listen to whatever was being played there.
Yeah.
And in 80s, he was doing bootleg for West Indian music on pirate stations in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Said,
big reggae fan.
Yeah.
As was I.
I said, why don't you come and do something for the Asian music, for the Punjabi Bangla?
Is that right?
Yeah. And that's how I gave him the tracks for the Matisse and Shejmaro.
Yeah. So that Ragamuffin mix
yes.
was kind of his first track,
Yeah,
right?
yes,
And so that's all Malkit songs in
Yeah,
there,
definitely.
but also great reggae songs
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Gunshot, I mean, Forward and all that.
And then came Start Ready.
Yes.
They're a long way.
Yes, so what happened was I was in Southall and I used to go to Viddies, and I went into Viddies one day just looking for what was going on when I was making Bardi on the beach. And I was writing the script at that point. And Mr. Viddi, I said to him, "Kuch nawa nikla, anything new that I should know about?" And he said, "Oh yeah," he said, "Ha, Birmingham da munda hai, oh bhi tode wagar puttiya sidhiya cheezan pasand karda." Like this boy from Birmingham, he's like you, he likes things that are all a bit different and mixed up. And he gave me Star Crazy. And then I came out of Viddies, took the cassette, and I put it in my car. I had a Fiat 127. I put it in the cassette in the machine, and I listened to every track. And then I had Longa Bacha, the reggae version of Longa Bacha. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
That's right.
And then I put that, I came to meet Bali actually, and I put that track in Bardi on the Beach.
Bali on the Beach, yes.
Yeah, but when
that was the first film production.
yes, that was Bardi was my first
That's
film.
right.
Yeah, but when I made Bend It Like Beckham, if you remember, I used a Nusrat track
That's right.
at the
Dona.
Jolna.
There have been a name like that.
Yeah, that. So I used that track at the end, and I had cleared it with you,
Yes.
right? And I got all the paperwork. And then about when the film got really popular, it was really huge, as you know. I know.
From Homad.
I got a letter from Womad, from Peter Gabriel's company, and this letter said, "You're infringing our copyright. We own the rights to Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan's music, and you can't have this song." I was like, "Todi aisi tasi, main tonu das diya." And I wrote back. I said, "Who the hell are you?" When I've gone to Mr. Ayub, who was the original person who put Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan out there. I said, "You lot have all come a bit late and are trying to cash in, but he's been doing this from day one, and I cleared it with him. He owns the original rights. You have no right." I did this whole thing. Never heard from Womad again.
No, actually, Homad, I took Nusrat to Homad. I mean, we had signed Nusrat exclusively for the whole world. And we were the ones who asked him to do something for the Hollywood film. And then last temperature rights for
Yes.
their studios.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't have the rights to the studio, if you remember.
No, they didn't. But anyway, but you did that. You kind of kept so you have kept an oral record, really, of our history, musical history in this country.
No, I like that there's a gap. If you don't do something, you will be listening to Madonna and Michael Jackson and Beatles and
yeah, but we like Michael Jackson and Madonna.
we like them, but
we like
at
them,
the
but we also
same time,
yeah.
we must preserve our cultural language, our
Yeah.
music, and this was the way to do it. We started Asian Song Contest. We did.
Yes, the Asian Song Contest you used to do. Yes. So, well, how did you feel? So you had been putting out all these traditional songs, right, for many years since the 60s. So in the 80s, when the whole Bhangra scene sort of took off, all the fusion stuff, the Bali, Johnny Z, all this, Apache, all that, how did you feel about all these fusions coming in?
Well, I was delighted that youngsters were coming to the music, and this music actually was groundbreaking.
Yes.
It's now copied by all over the world.
Totally. That's what I say. I say we change music in India.
We change music in India, films and Hollywood films, Bollywood films, everywhere.
Yeah.
Our type of music which we have created in this country is being used.
Yeah.
And played. And
it's a very proud time, that time.
I remember.
If you weren't around at that time, late 80s, early 90s, when all these bands were coming out, there were so many great bands, and you know, DCS, you know, they were heavy metal fans, right?
70s, when we started the 1935 Song Contest,
Yeah.
the first winner of Song Contest was DCS.
Really?
They were back in 70s.
And
DCS, Chirag Pashwan,
Yeah.
Apna Sangeet, they were from Birmingham, and then from London, Alap and Hira. They were
Amazing.
And if you remember,
So Chirag Pashwan, people might not know, but Chirag Pashwan recorded Rail Gandhi, which to me is our anthem. And so I've used Rail Gandhi in every single film, really, that I've made.
And Apna Sangeet Sohro Divte.
Sohro Divte, yeah.
And DCS had some great tracks.
Great tracks, and DCS also, they liked heavy metal, so they had that, but they also had reggae.
Yeah,
and I used Bhangra Lovers in my very first film.
Yeah.
I'm British, but and I had Nusrat in that film. I made it in 1988. It's on BFI iPlayer, but the music in that is, yeah, it's Hole Hole, it's Hira, it's Marcharpa is in there, Nusrat is in there. Oh my God, so many bands of. It was the first film really that looked at.
I can't remember the names of the bands, but there are some of them, BCS
and Real Gandhi, of course, Chirag Pashwan.
And Anamika and Juba.
Oh, a Juba! I loved a Juba.
They were copying Ruby.
They did reggae tracks. Do you know, I lost that album. I had a cassette of a Juba. I want to get that album again. That was so good.
Right.
That reggae album they did.
Actually.
Excellent, yeah. And I had a big love of Johnny Z, I have to say.
Recorded at UB40 studio.
Did that UB40? Well, I have that in
That's
there.
right.
But did you come into contact with Tassem? Or he used Planet Studios, didn't he?
He used Planet Studios, but we had great relationship with him. He was first time introduced in Birmingham Dome night of the Asian Song Contest.
Damn. Oh, really?
First time, yeah.
At the Asian Song Contest.
Yes.
Do you remember what he sang?
I can't remember, but the first time ever.
So his album, really, so his album hit the deck.
Yeah.
I mean,
sensational.
Sensational.
Yeah.
Or if you were a young person living in Britain when Hit the Deck came out, it was like, oh my God, because it was sort of Michael Jackson. It was kind of Hindi cinema. It was like everything, R&B. I mean, he was the game changer. I have to say, Tassem.
We used to watch Top of the Pops every week.
Did you?
Yeah, but still we were producing Asian music.
Yeah,
Which is competitive with the modern world.
Yeah.
And what was your interest while you were a child? I mean, you came here at about 2 years.
So I was 2, but when I was growing up, the thing that I used to love, I remember this so clearly, and I actually put it in my Desert Island disc. I loved that song by Petula Clark, Downtown.
Oh yes.
You know, that Downtown was like my favourite song, and I loved all those songs by like Cilla Black and Dusty Springfield and all those women who used to sing those, Sandy Shaw, Mary Hopkins. So I always loved those women singer-songwriters. But my dad, you know, we had a lot of film albums, you know, and my dad loved. I remember we had the soundtrack to Nayador, you know, Jibba Zulfo, you know, that song was in there. And then Beju Bara was my dad's favourite film. He would have a few whiskies, and then it was all, oh, Dunia Ke Rakmale, and he would sing And we would go, oh my God, Dad, that's so depressing.
And then you start listening Bangla?
I came to it in it was 80s. Actually, I heard Bhangra Fever 1 and 2. And I was like, wow, because before that was Nazia Hussain, right?
Yeah,
with Aap
Ab
Jaisa Koi.
Yeah.
So when that came out, we were still sort of feeling like, oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Partly because it was in a Hindi film, I think. But it did sound very 80s with that kind of sound. So
Biddu did the music.
Biddu, that's right. But Biddu also, I remember seeing him on Top of the Pops because he did Kung Fu Fighting, right?
Yeah.
And so Carl Douglas is doing that. Everybody was Kung Fu Fighting. And then Biddu, an Indian guy, was going, huh, in the background on Top of the Pops.
Then Biddu did the Disco Divane.
And he did Disco Divane. Yeah, Disco Divane.
Yeah.
But that still wasn't the fusion of the Punjabi thing that I loved. So the Bali Sagoo thing, that was the thing. But I think for me that Deepika Sanjay, Bhangra Fever 1 and 2 was suddenly captured my heart, and I was like, oh my God, what's going on?
Yeah, he did a great job.
And then DCS, Machrappa, Juba, so many great bands at that time.
One of the iconic track is Pop of the Bangla,
Pradesi. So that's in my film. That was it. Yes, because at that time Pump Up the Volume was like massive, right? So when I heard that, it was because I love Pump Up the Volume. And in my film, I'm British, but I start with Pump Up the Volume, and then we go into Pradesi.
Right.
So I could see something was happening. I didn't know where it was going to go, but I made a film about it. After I made that film, that's when I then discovered Bali Sagoo. So I hadn't even seen him at that point, because that was 1988, right? So for me, it was an amazing way for me to talk about identity, because I was able to be Punjabi, I was able to have pop, I was able to have reggae, I was able to have rock, I was a big Bruce Springsteen fan. So this music, this fusion brought all different sides of me together. So I made this film for the BFI, I'm British But, to just talk about all the different sides of myself. But one of my people I spoke to was a Welsh guy who had found his faith again. And so I used Nusrat's track for his part. And that's when I came to you and had that connection from Radio WM and said, please, can I have this track? And you gave me that track. So that's how it all started.
Talking to us about music and all that.
Yes, and I remember we had faxes. I need to get it in writing from you in faxes.
It was amazing, how things have changed.
Amazing, right?
I mean, we had cinemas, and then cinema went down when the VHS was started.
Yes.
And then the CDs came, and then
yes.
Now CDs have gone now.
Yes, or digital.
What is next for the next Asian?
It'll be an AI robot. But now you have Amazon, right? You know, you have Amazon. I mean, one of the things that I loved about Christmas Karma, about my film, which you've seen, I know, was working on the music for it. Again, it's very eclectic, very mixed kind of music.
You had emotions, music, fun, and message. What was the message?
The message was about Hamdardi, everyone is connected.
Giving.
Yes, the Christmas feeling is about giving and everyone being connected.
Yeah.
But
that's our family system.
That's the family system, exactly. And that's what I grew up with.
You still believe in it?
Totally.
And
totally.
That is the best
therapy. It's amazing. Yeah, and that's how we're all connected at Christmas time. Everyone is connected through that.
This is the main message for you.
Yeah. I mean, we can still be Sikhs and Hindus and Muslims or whatever. We can still be whatever. But we also have that part of us, those of us who grew up in England, that's part of our culture as well. And it's important to remember that, So for me, Christmas Karma is sort of an ode to my childhood and my love of Christmas as much as everything else. And my mum used to send me off to Sunday school when I was little, because she said, Rab bade roopa mein chanda, God is there in all different faces. And there's only one God, but you see him in different ways. Go to Sunday school, learn something, So to this day, I still at Christmas I go and I sing carols in church.
Did you learn your own language or
Cutie, of course, Punjabi boldi haan main, bilkul.
can you write, read?
I can read it a little bit. You show me, I'll read it slowly.
Yeah.
But nahi, Punjabi both mere
Punjabi,
vaste
I can see that you
both
are very fast.
बहुत important है. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਹੁਣ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ 뮤직 ਸਾਰੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਸੁਣ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਨਾ, ਮੈਂ ਉਹ ਦੇਖਦੀ ਆ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਟ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਸੁਰਿੰਦਰ ਕੌਰ ਦੇ songs ਆ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਵਾਪਸ ਹਨਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਪੁਰਾਣੇ ਸਿੰਗਰਸ ਦੇ songs ਵਾਪਸ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਐਂਡ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੁਣ ਇਹ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਸੈਕੰਡ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਸੀ ਥਰਡ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਫੋਰਥ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਇਹ ਗਾਣਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ 뮤직 ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਬੋਲੀ ਹਿਸਟਰੀ ਤਾਂ ਬੋਲੀ ਵਾਪਸ ਆਈ ਹੈ
ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ people when listen to Qawwali or radio in Pakistan, they usually turn it off, switched off.
Really?
Because it was so long and boring and they said, oh, can't go on. They loved the film song and all that. But Nusrat and Sabri brothers have changed the whole concept of Qawwali.
Totally.
They have taken the Qawwali to stages where, I mean, global, made it global. And now no artist can perform their concerts without playing songs from Nusrat.
Absolutely. And we're waiting for...
And that was done by Belison.
Yes.
By
Magic touch.
Magic touch.
Definitely.
Come to that.
Yes.
Because one day, Nusrat Sahib was in London. He was traveling to South Africa. I said, can we do some collaboration? Because he had been listening on my showroom, the Bali's tracks.
Really? Nusrat ji was listening to Bali? Yeah.
She's very clever. She's very good. I said, why don't we do collaboration with him? He said, all right, whenever time comes. So one day he was there, stopover to South Africa. I said, can you do the recording with Bali Sagu? He said, yes, if he's ready. So we booked Cabin Studio. Nusrat Sahib came from London, reached 12 o'clock at Cabin Studio, asked Bali to get ready his click tracks. So he played the click tracks and Nusrat Sahib just did 8 songs in 2 hours.
Wow.
And went away. That was the recording.
Just his vocal?
Yeah, just vocals and the hops and all
that.
No. Yeah.
And then look at that.
That Bali was 3 months, 4 months on non-stop. And look at the magic he created.
Magic, but
and that was not only popular in Asia, it was worldwide released in the mainstream as well.
Gosh.
America, Canada, Japan, South Africa, everywhere.
Bali doesn't get his credit, I think, enough. But that Magic Touch album.
America brought youngsters to Bali.
Bali, yeah. Kinna Sona.
Kinna Sona.
Yeah.
Jula Jula Lal, Priya Naraya.
Yes, everything.
And the funny thing is that when Nusrat Sahib arrived at Cabin Studio, they had left their Bias in Southall. They didn't have anything with them. They just wrote the list there and then. You can imagine the creativity of our artists.
Incredible.
Then Nusrat recorded in 1980 at Dallas Studio first time.
Yeah.
They used to record it on 8-track. And when he was recording, singing, he kept on singing for half an hour. And the recordist Johnny Haynes, he said, oh, my tape is running out. What? So I had to stop Nusrat. So that was the kind of...
Incredible. But Bali also did another album that not a lot of people know about, which I thought was seminal. He did the dub album.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Which was Qawwali and reggae mix. Yeah. That is an amazing album.
And then,
you released that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, Bali was the only artist who had 3 hits in the top of the pops.
Yes.
With the Asian songs.
Yes. Diljis.
And you were the first one to break.
Well, I wanted
Asian woman yes. in the film.
But I wanted Bali to do Belgium on the Beach, but at that point he wasn't experienced enough. But then I came back and did Bend It Like Beckham with him, and he did all the lovely little music interludes interludes in Bend It Like Beckham.
Yeah.
So that was a wonderful collaboration for me. One of the other things that I loved is in Bend It Like Beckham I used Jind Mai, which
yes.
was one of your songs with Malkeet
Malkeet
Singh.
Yeah.
And that track went viral, right? Even now to this day,
Yes, yes.
I see all these TikToks and all these things where people who are going to India or getting off the plane or whatever, and they played Jind Mai. So I called Malkeet ji and I said, Arjun, let's do that again in Christmas Karma.
Well,
And
I was thrilled to see him in there.
You were thrilled?
That is, I think, the highlight of the
It was lovely. Well, you weren't expecting it, were you?
The culture mix, English and Punjabi and all that.
Yes, well, so in that song, we're singing, he won't wish you a Merry Christmas because
that's the first
Scrooge is a conduced, right?
Yeah.
And then he comes in, but he didn't want to do the old version.
That's right.
So Malkeet rewrote Jind Mai as a Christmas version.
that is
And it's so
That's
beautiful,
so
right?
I mean, you take inspiration from the classics, English classics.
Yes.
Jane Austen and John
I do,
Dickens.
yes.
And this one, Christmas Carol.
Christmas Karma from A Christmas
Yeah,
Carol,
Christmas
yeah.
Carol,
Yeah, I do take inspiration because I like to take, established stories that people know and then I kind of give them my
Give them the
twist.
tadka, desi
The
tadka.
tadka, Hana. Because that way
Wonderfully
people,
done, yes.
oh, thank you. That way,
How do you balance all this?
I just do it from inside. What is truthful to me? What works for me?
Yes.
What do I love? What works?
Yeah,
And that's why I'm able to bring so many different actors, so many different musicians, but it all makes sense because it's kind of me. It's what I represent. So I think it's important that you always stay truthful. And I want to really thank you. It's been an absolute honor for me. Really.
I feel honored to have this chat with.
Well, you were there at the beginning.
Hollywood
Oh.
producer and director and story writer and whatnot. I mean, you are a genius.
Oh, bless you,
Yes,
bless
and
you.
are-
I've got a little gift for you.
and, you are-
Do you like my jumper?
Oh yes.
There you go. You've got one.
Oh, I love it. I love
I hope you wear it.
Yeah. I must feel very proud and very honored to have this good chat with you. I mean, you have given me so much time. I'm really thankful to Club Asia Radio and Amjad Rafiq Saab.
Yes.
Who has,
Yes, Club Asia. I hope
provided
the Club
this
Asia
opportunity.
listeners appreciate our chat.
They'll love it here. They will love it all
And I
over.
hope, I'm going to put it out
And what
everywhere because
message is-
people all over the world who listen to our music don't often get a chance to hear the history of how it all started.
Yeah.
And I think it's important that, people, understand your history and my history with the music and how it's really formed me, definitely. And you've been very instrumental in being there for me
And,
right at the beginning.
I'll tell you there have been people are making documentaries about our story. Even your elder sister.
Yes.
I mean, what message would you give to the budding artists who want to come into film or music?
Budding artist, well, you've seen this Param Kaur, right? How amazing is she, the singer who's kicked off big time? I think my message is be authentic. Be authentic to who you are and your style and your own influences, because nothing beats that. I don't think it's good to copy other things. Just bring your own authenticity
Yes, right.
and truth to anything creative. Just be
I
yourself.
tell you that Asian Song Contest, when we started, we had a condition that you can't sing an old song, you can't sing any tune which is published. You must have a new song, and that's how they started learning their music and create some new songs. And BBC used to record it on the television and would play it. You had artists like Boy George and Gary Barlow singing.
Yes, Gary Barlow, yes,
how
Boy
it
George.
all- I mean, any of the story which is your own experiences?
Well, I really love Gary Barlow's ballads, and he writes beautiful songs. So working with him in the studio to write, particularly the song "Pain of the Past," that was an incredible thing for me. Boy George sang that song so beautifully as well. Pixie Lott, yeah, I mean Shaznay Lewis from All Saints. I was lucky to work with so many artists, and then Jesse Sidhu and Mulkiji, you know, they came in and
And Boy Roman on tell me this morning, 40 years of his song.
yes. ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੁੱਢੇ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਯਾਰ ਕੀ ਕਰੀਏ
So you are 40 years old.
I'm still look very young, don't I?
Same girl.
Oh, same person, yeah.
Laughing all the time.
Oh, bless
Smile
you.
on your face.
Bless you.
I'm really very proud and very delighted to have met you and have this conversation. It
Thank
was
you
very
so
interesting,
much.
very.
Thank you. The pleasure's all mine.
Thank you. See you again.